Okay, guess I'll get started. A little embarrassed to say that I'm kind of nervous since it's been 4 or 5 months. But I'm really excited for this. Alright, so obviously we pick the girl. I actually should have probably looked up on emulator. Oh yeah, I'm totally the one. No, the one on the left is you guys. I've upgraded my streaming level. Alright, so since this is Pokemon and the protagonist always seems to be a color, I think the obvious choice, Azure. No comment. Everyone thank Saris though for my new look. Did a fantastic job, I think. They captured my smug aura. Alright, so I guess there's no potion in here. Okay. Get going. I figured I'd just put you on the spot, Saris. Okay, so today, Friday. Oh. No. You know, when I was prepping for the stream, I thought about all the things I wanted to say, all the comments I was going to make. But now that I'm actually sitting here playing the game, I'm just blanking. Anyway, that's our rival, the super chill dude. You can see. Gives a little bump. Look, he'll get his comeuppance. He'll get a lot of comeuppance. Mr. Pokemon. This time it's real. So this guy just kind of makes up things on the fly and calls the professor, and professor falls for it. So recently, there's been a lot of people on social media complaining about the term first partner Pokemon, acting as though it's like ever been said in a game. But the professor literally just referred to one of them as a first partner. For some reason, everyone's like convinced that the old official term was like starter Pokemon or something. Anyway, we're going to pick the cutest one. Oh, should we be nicknaming these things? Well, as I pointed out, the professor just referred to them as a first partner. So, I think starter's just what everyone decided was the easiest way to refer to your first Pokemon. I honestly don't think it makes a difference one way or the other. I think people are just arguing. What to... I'm open to suggestions, by the way. If I don't like any of the suggestions, I'm just not going to nickname it. Or her, sorry. I wonder if there's any way to adjust the pet delay. Chikorita! But we don't want to name her after a bad Pokemon. No, we're not doing that, Saris. We hit the 25% chance we're winning the gacha game. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I am tempted to just name her Chikorita. But I think by the 5-hour mark that would annoy me. Actually, funny enough, I've always kind of thought that about Chikorita. They do kind of look like a children's drawing of a dinosaur. I do think Chikorita is cute, though. I just don't think it's the cutest. That's just my opinion. Of my rival. There room for Florida Man? I hate that you're right. Okay, so I just want to point out that this window probably not be open. Good at that? Itchy. Graphics are so advanced. So, confession. Gen 2 has always been my favorite for as long as I can remember, but I've never played Pokemon Crystal before. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to go through each of the Pokemon games and play the versions that I haven't before. Also, I wanted to see if any of the criticisms I've been seeing on social media are fair. Because lately I've been seeing a lot of people say that Gen 2 actually wasn't that good. So I'm pretty curious and I wanted to check it out. My favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. For a long time it was Lugia. There's a lot of really good Gen 2 Pokemon, though. So it's kind of hard to narrow it down. And the top 5's kind of hard to narrow down. Oh my gosh, a held item? I don't care if it has Lugia in its name. It looks cool. My gosh, I should save also. Thank you, Mr. NPC, for reminding me to save. So let's see. Let me think of my top 5. So Lugia, at least Lugia used to be my #1 favorite. I don't know who my #1 favorite in Gen 2 would be at this point, but I do still appreciate Lugia. Say in no particular order. Totodile, Garmarie, Sneasel, and really hard to pick. Because I like the Legendary Beast trio. They all look really cool. I really like their designs. Actually, hold on. Here we go. I love Raikou. Oh. Actually, I just realized I don't talk to this. Why don't you appreciate Raging Bolt? I actually really like the Paradox Beast. My Pokeballs yet? Do you even have money? Not little, he's tall. I like how that guy's Pokemon got poisoned and he like, whatever, let's just keep going, it's fine. Remember if there's a stronger berry in this. I kind of forget what the Gen 2 hold items were, because they really overhauled them for Gen 3. Like, you get basic berries in this one, and they only heal 10 HP, which is pretty abysmal the further on in the game you go. So eventually, or not eventually, in Gen 3 they made berries their own item type. A range of different effects, and so there's like 2 different HP restoring berries. Well, I think there's actually more. There's probably like 3 or 4. But the 3rd and 4th one, if I remember correctly, you get or your Pokemon gets confused after it consumes it. You guys ready for me to encounter a shiny Pokemon in the grass and have no balls? Saris, wouldn't it be so funny if I timed you out? Like how Professor Oak waited here to ambush whoever was working with Professor Elm for some reason. Or just going to Professor Elm's lab. Didn't receive Pokedex, I got Pokedex. So I think it's interesting that Token. I think it's interesting that well, okay, so I assume that what you're supposed to infer from this guy is that he's just like a hobbyist of sorts. I think it's really interesting and has a bit of charm that these professors are collaborating with hobbyists to try and make advances in their research. And of course, since he's a hobbyist, got a ton of disposable income, so he just buys like a bunch of equipment that apparently he doesn't know how to use very well. So he has a renowned professor troubleshoot his computer for him. Definitely gotta be rich. You know how you can store items and Pokemon in the different PC servers, I guess, like boxes and stuff? That entire system is run by a bunch of different hobbyists. Like each region has one person with like a bunch of servers that runs the PC storage system for like the entire region. Pretty wild. Didn't check my stats. Like the little dance Totodile does. I think one of the games, like, there was a server issue, and so the functionality of the PC system was diminished for like part of the game until you got up to a certain point. I think if the servers fail, they're just like in there as what I was checking. I think I was just checking the attack. So, another fun fact. After Generation 1, they made changes to the stats. Because initially, the special stat was just one singular stat. I'm sure most people know this. But, for those who don't, the special stat wasn't special attack and special defense. It was just called special. And whenever you would do damage or take damage from an attack that was based around special stat, it would use just that singular stat to calculate it. So anything with well, let's take Alakazam for example. Alakazam's supposed to be kind of just like a fast, hard-hitting Pokemon, but in Gen 1, we look at the stats down here, the base stats, you'll see that its special stat is 135. So what that meant was that he was simultaneously one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the game and also one of the tankiest, taking special attacks. Just as a result. So starting with Gen 2, they split it into special attack and special defense. But something else to note is that in Gen 2, really up until Gen 4, what kind of attack an attack is, whether it's a physical attack or a special attack, is based entirely around what the type of the attack is. So, for example, fire and water type attacks will always be, the damage will always be calculated using special stat. While any moves that are like rock or like ground type, those will always use physical stat. So, unfortunately for something like Totodile, this kind of hurts it in the long run, because all the attacks are going to be calculated, or sorry, when you start to get water moves, you'll be using your special stat, which is the weaker of the two. So you kind of have to rely on off-type attacks a decent amount of damage. Obviously, when it comes to dealing with weaknesses, you still want to try and use your water moves, because weakness does deal double damage. But it is definitely something to consider when you're what moves Pokemon learn. Wonder who this guy could be. Reach should be pretty good for most of the run, as long as I'm facing something that uses physical attacks. Or actually, I don't think it takes into consideration what kind of attack it's getting hit by. I think I'm thinking of counter. But either way, Rage should be pretty good for most of the run. I really like him as a rival. While your rival from the previous generation just kind of bantered at you the entire time, and acts kind of smug, this guy's just got a chip on his shoulder. And over time, he starts to chill out a little bit. He's also got an interesting and mysterious path. Raises attack him. Yes. Okay. Forgot to check for Pokeball. So, when I was younger, because he had like long red hair, I just called him Red, not really thinking about the fact that that wouldn't make sense considering that there's another trainer out there called Red. But I'm gonna refer to the guy as Silver. Although once I stopped calling him Red, I would call him Gold. Because... Just because, okay. Yay, Pokeballs. I think it's interesting that we walked out of our house, walked in the lab, got a Pokemon for no discernible reason, got told to go like 2 towns over with our new Pokemon. We're having like no experience with them. And then now the professor's decided that we should take the gym challenge. And so he's like hurrying us out of town to go and fill out this encyclopedia for him and a different professor. And then he's just like, go talk to your mom and tell her you're leaving. Yes, please save my money. A lot of people act really surprised when your parents in these games just are ready to just let you go out on an adventure. But I think something that's important to note is that in the world of Pokemon, you're basically living in a utopia. I did not mean to say yes. But yeah, you're basically living in a utopia. Goods are like readily available and they're all pretty cheap. Like, for example, you see Pokeballs. They only cost 200 Pokédollars, and you can easily see that Pokédollars and yen are supposed to be pretty similar. So, if we try to convert that into like a US currency, for example, then Pokeballs are like $2. And Pokeballs can be used for more than just capturing Pokemon. They're also used to store items. So essentially, in the world of Pokemon, they've figured out how to store physical matter as information. Like, they can convert it into energy and then store it in capsules. Not only that, like, they've got super advanced technology, but they've also got things such as free healthcare. You can walk into any Pokemon Center anywhere in the world, and they'll heal up your Pokemon for free, provide you tons of services at no cost. There's also rarely ever any conflict. The majority of the time that there's any conflict, it's because of an upstart team that shows up and starts causing havoc for sometimes really ludicrous reasons. I don't know what happened to capture herself. hawk it? I'm not gonna capture. So I think one of the problems that people have with this game, because the criticism I keep hearing over and over is that at a certain point, the level curve gets really severe. And I think part of the problem that people seem to be having is that they probably capture Pokemon that don't gain a meaningful amount of stats as they level up. Like, for example, Hoot and Noctowl have really abysmal stats. If I can pull it up. Alright. We look over at Noctowl. Guess I can significance of these numbers. So if you think back to when I was pointing out Alakazam's stats, his special stat was 135 and his speed stat was 120. So a good rule of thumb would be if your HP, defense, or special defense are at around 100 or more, that's considered very good. Speed, usually speed starts to be good at around 100. But ideally you want it to be, you want a base speed stat higher than that if you're going to be an attacker. And then for attack and special attack, those stats don't start to get good until well past 100. Like 120, I would say, is when it starts to be good. Like 100 can work with, but it's generally considered average. So just looking at Noctowl, its attack, mind you, it's a normal and flying type Pokemon. And normal and flying type moves are typically physical moves. So you're not going to be doing anything with a base attack stat of 50. And if we look at its special attack, its base special attack is 76. If we look at its move pool, it doesn't have like a whole lot of options. Like Sunny Day is a support move, just changes the weather. Dream Eater, the Pokemon needs to be in order for this to be otherwise it does no damage. Rest, just another status move that lets you heal up. And Nightmare is another one of those moves that only works while the opponent is. Then if we go up here and look at its level up move pool, it's pretty shallow. At level 57 it learns Dream Eater, and before that, it doesn't get a special move until level 41. And that's only got a power of 50. So by the time you're at level 41, you want to have moves that are closer to this range, like 90 in terms of power. So in general, this Pokemon is pretty terrible. So if you stick with this one through the entirety of the game, you're going to struggle. But I guess you might be thinking, isn't that metagaming? Isn't the, the average person not going to know to look up the stats or even think to do that? That's true. However, you can always look at your stat sheet on your Pokemon and compare them to each other. And pretty quickly you'll start to realize that Noctowl has fallen behind compared to some of your other Pokemon. The PSN Cure Berry. I won't lie. I think I might have gone the wrong way. Okay, there we go. I forgot that that was blocked before by guy. He called me weak. Oh my god. It's the legendary youngster Joey. Wouldn't it be so funny if I crit back? I might have missed it, might have not been paying attention, but he claims that his Rattata is in the top percentile. And as it turns out, that's true. There's these things called, what are they called in Gen 2? In later generations, people just refer to them as individual values, but his Rattatas are like 1 point short in every stat of being totally maxed out, so it actually is a top percentile Pokemon. Like that Rattata comes out and wiggles butt a little bit. Cute. Continues to wiggle its butt at me. Joey's a That's the rule. If you lock eyes with somebody, you have to get in the Pokemon battle. The damage on Rage goes crazy. Last one I hit for what, like a third or a quarter, and then it hit me once, and I did the rest of their health. Still haven't decided what Pokemon I want on my team. I kind of want Slowbro. Now that I'm thinking about it. But then I'd have 2 water types on my team. Want much overlap. Bitterberry for yes. Nice. Eradicate would kind of be fun. I think it has Super Fang. Pretty sure that in this game it does the half health effect. Run out of rage before I hit the next down. Is that 2 crits in a row? Only bullying these. I appreciate the amount of money that they have to pay out is just like pennies. Beat up this child's bugs and gave me 32 cents. Hold on. From that, something real quick. We hope to see you again. I think that changed that in later entries. Oh, so Pokemon actually has a timeline. I don't know if they're still keeping up with it. They do like reference time passing in a few of the different games. So Gen 1 and Gen 2 are 3 years apart. As per this guy. And then for sure, Gen, what is that, 7? Yeah, Gen 7. So the Sun and Moon games, they take place several years into the future. Because you can see red, blue, and leaf. I don't know why they went with leaf, not green. But anyway, you can encounter red, blue, and leaf. And they're considerably older from the Gen 1. Like, they even have signs. Um, I guess when I start, because I want to go through all of the games up to a certain point. So I'm going to be playing through Gen 3. I think there's some evidence that points out where in the timeline Gen 3 takes place, but some of the games, there's evidence that points to some of the games happening concurrently with each other. And at one point, a timeline of the different Pokemon games leaked online, and it confirms that some of them take place concurrently. Like Gen 1 and Gen 3 happen concurrently, and Gen 2 and Gen 4 happen concurrently. Oh yeah, so Bill made the Pokemon PC storage system, and he's also essentially just a hobbyist, because I don't think he ever, or he might refer to himself as a scientist, but the way that he's talked about and treated, it's more like he's just a really knowledgeable hobbyist. So he runs the storage system like Kanto and Johto. I think this is one of my favorite tracks for the wanted to let it play out once. Oh, yeah, I think you get cut here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and catch a Bellsprout and get an Onix. Okay. I run around in a circle just as I'm doubting whether or not you can even encounter Pokemon here. Like, walk away. First style, it's an encounter. Try not to get by that guy. I think if you stand still and do this, yeah, you can encounter Pokemon. Because the first input you put in turning, or when you're changing directions, will keep you in place. So you could exploit that in Generation 1 in Safari Zone, so that your step counter wouldn't go up, and you could just stay in one spot and encounter as many Pokemon as you wanted without getting kicked out. Actually, I'm kind of concerned that Bellsprout might available. I think that might be the... What if I... It's not even the Bellsprout Tower. It's just Rattata in here. Yeah, I think it works in every game with Glada, where it won't make you change direction. Oh yeah, so Gen 2 is the first generation where old items were introduced. So along with that, they created like a really fun system where you can write mail to each other. So you can give a Pokemon a letter to hold, give it to the person who just Pokemon. Oh my god, it's Joey. Dude, that's crazy, Joey. He just called me to brag. To brag about his Rattata. They're expected. Go to gym. So something that's not really common knowledge, or isn't, I guess maybe it's not intuitive, but essentially any status that changes like the stats screen, or I guess appears below the health bar on the Pokemon, those types of statuses will make a change to the catch rate, but anything else like confusion doesn't really make a change. It's something that wears off, and that's also true of infatuation. I feel like thing. But yeah, stat changes like lowering their attack and defense and stuff like that, that doesn't have any impact on the catch rate. It's only things like burn, sleep, paralysis, poison. But yeah, in these older games, if you get poisoned walking after battle and don't clear it, your Pokemon will faint. Later entries, it stops at 1 HP. Paralysis, like, reduces your speed to like a third or something like that. It's something ridiculous. It's incredibly crippling. Awakening, or sorry, sleep is like the ultimate RNG status. You can, I don't think you can wake up on the first turn, but the second turn onward, you have a possibility of waking up, and it can last up to 5 turns. You can wake up the following turn if you're lucky enough, or if you're unlucky enough and you're trying to sleep. Yeah, Burn's the only status that lowers an offensive stat. It only affects physical. Okay, I said sleep was the ultimate RNG status, but it's actually freeze. You can just be frozen for like 5 turns and do nothing. But there's no reliable way to inflict freeze. So in the older generations, it was a death sentence. I think the odds were a little higher too. But there's only like 2 moves that inflict freeze. Ice Beam, Blizzard, and Icy Wind. Did I go to the Pokemon Center? I did, right? Yes. Triple checking. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if there's a Bellsprout in here. Let's go. It lives. Okay, I crit. Cool. Not want to pop it. Not want to Caterpie. Guys, wouldn't it be so funny if I get crit by the Bellsprout and go to the Pokemon Center? Kinda scared right now. Guys. Why is it only no Vine Whip? Ugh. No. Leaving. I can't handle this. Okay, new strategy. If I see it, I'm just gonna start throwing balls. Wouldn't it be so funny if we were here forever? Okay, actually, I'm having second thoughts about this. Go to this cave. Geodude's cry always made me think of an elephant. I don't want the EXP. Don't need it. Where I think there's only Geodudes in here. I'm like... I kind of wanted the Onyx for Falkner's Gym, but it was starting to be a hassle. I don't think I really need Onyx. I think Falkner's Gym is that tough. I can literally just go in there and rage. Be fine. I don't remember what's in the dark cave, so I'm just kind of trying to see if there's anything interesting in here. I would think about using Geodude for the run, but then he'd be stuck as a Graveler. You have to trade. Now there's no encounters. No Zubats. Oh, you know what's probably in here, if I remember correctly? I think you can encounter Dunsparce. I changed my mind. One of my top 5 spots goes to Dunsparce for Gen 2 Pokemon. Dunsparce is definitely one of my favorites. So silly. I've decided I'm gonna catch a Dunsparce. Here. Forever if we have to. Zubat. No. That, please. Okay, I was hoping that one would catch it, but now I guess it. Very poorly thought out. It'd be so fun if I encountered a shiny Pokemon with no Pokeballs. Oh, stop. Not expecting that menu. Probably fine. Okay, I'm gonna look for Dunsparce for like maybe 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go to the gym. I don't want to sit in the beginning area for like ever. All right, I'll just do a couple more encounters and then I'm just gonna go elsewhere, somewhere. I actually haven't considered how I'm going to deal with the Bellsprout Tower. I think most of those will use Bellsprouts, so that might be a problem. I got it, stun spars. Oh my god, he's raging. Dude, it was so close, too. Let's go. So, this thing's huge. 4 feet, 11 inches. Hope to... Honking walls. I say. I believe. Wow. It is bad in here. I am bad enough, Faulkner. That's pretty cute. Having a problem? Get fish now. Gave me $2. Am I out of potions? Out of potions. So, I was just thinking, if Dunsparce is like 4 feet, 11 inches, how is it hard to encounter? Like, yeah, I know it hides in like deep caves, like motionlessly. Maybe it's just off. I don't know. Some gap, rocky terrain or something, but like, either way, it's still like the size of a person. How are you just not bumping into it like constantly? Low rod. Should get it to at least red. Tackle only like 95 accuracy. Like, he's not a flying type leader, he's specifically a bird Pokemon leader. That was a crit? Oh no. Feel so bad for this Dodo. 3. Oh. So they're his dad's Pokemon? I have to wonder, like, how old he is. Like, not raise his own Pokemon? Yes, I'll take that. You're the only person we can rely on. There's absolutely no one else that we know of that also raises Pokemon that is willing to walk around while holding the tag. Please. So, I don't know if this is a fun fact necessarily, but, eggs, for whatever reason, the way that they're implemented in the game, there's a lot of ways that they can be glitched. They can allow for some, like, really... It can either have a catastrophic effect on your game, you can get a bad egg, and it just ruins the integrity of your save file, and it can corrupt other parts of the memory, like corrupt other Pokemon. It can... There's some really nasty glitches where, like, eggs get duplicated in your boxes, and you can't get rid of them. Because, I think it's, like, if you hatch it, the code causes further damage to your game. And you can't release them because there's no release option for eggs. So it just... yeah, it just ruins your game. But as a result of them being so glitchy, it's also possible to abuse the egg glitches to execute code. So there's like a lot of speedrunners that just eggs to essentially get to the end of the game by hatching. I think it's by hatching. Game type attack bonus, baby. Pretty sure I'm doing this out of order, by the way. I think you're here the hour before on the gym. Is it wiggle? It's not. I wonder what kind of constraints they had in for animating the sprites for all of the different Pokemon. Cool. This is the first game where they had animated sprites for Pokemon. But yeah, I have to wonder what kind of constraints there are, because a lot of them don't really move that much. Like, they have a very static pose, and then just all parts of the Pokemon move. But yeah, it's so I have to wonder, like, what the process designing them was, because Bellsprout just kind of like it moves its leaves, but then it just wiggles its neck or whatever he said. Looks really silly because the head doesn't. Like blinks and wiggles. Free. Oh yeah, these X items are kind of busted. I'll probably sell the accuracy. There's a few that I can get rid of for a pretty good chunk of money. Yeah, so that's more or less what I'm wondering about, like, ranks and stuff like that. Might not be able to classify. Oh, I should probably get a Pokemon. Put like Flash on. This head right. You can buy this. I don't know what I was expecting. Wouldn't it be so bad if I ran out of backwith? Wouldn't that be just great? Okay, I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad there was a speed tie and that he boosted Rage's power because that was looking really sketchy. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have an escape rope. I have to walk all the way back down. Flashed. Wow. Just lectures. It's a powerful painting of a Bellsprout. Oh, an encounter. Rat. I feel like when I played this when I was younger that the counter rate was higher. Maybe I'm misremembering. Not that I'm complaining. I appreciate that I was able to walk all the way up here with like one counter. Fine. Oh my god, its special attack went up. Identified me. That means its next move probably tackle. I don't want to put it on one of my main Pokemon because kind of waste time. I say that because I can't from. But yeah, I say that because you can't override HM move. Not in this. Joey. Might go check in on Joey. Might need more money. Alright. Actually, looked up. Would be a good candidate for Flash. I'm gonna go catch a Hoppip. Pretty sure its catch rate is manageable. Okay, now Bellsprout decides to awesome. Got it. At least lines up. Fight show. Might as well. Not that far. Say hi to his red path. Ada. That's not Joey. I've been waiting, let's battle now. Tag on it. Okay, I got 64 cents out of that. Nice. I'm a little over a quarter of the way to being afford a Pokeball. I'll take it. Oh. I kind of forgot you can't go through there. Approximate. It's another Bellsprout. That's a cute name. Strawberry Veggie. Like, I haven't read any of this. It says the route number. Kind of redundant. It tells you what route you're on as soon as you cross over. Straight arm punch. Blocking it. Yeah. Like right on the other side of that tree, Gold Tree Boats, is Gold Bronze City. I used to spend a lot of time trying to like figure out what goes on in here. Found Pat. Oh yeah, some of these, so in the original like Gold and Silver, wasn't like an additional puzzle element in the back. So if I had an escape rope, I could use it, and it would trigger something else in the ruins. Initially there was just puzzles. Pokemon. I think in the remakes they don't update what the Pokemon in the pillar is. It just remains the generic monster on there. Oh, I didn't know they had every single one of these unknown. So the only real purpose of the unknown is if you catch all of them, you unlock a feature where you can imprint messages using a toy printer. Aside from that, they're not very good. They have like some of the lowest stats out of any Pokemon, and they only ever learn one move. If there's any basically just a giant chain wander around in and capture. The ones that you can encounter are determined by how many puzzles you solved, or sorry, which puzzle you solved. Puzzle corresponds to a section of the alphabet. I think the final one actually covered like 4 letters though. That puzzle I solved, I think, covers A. I. And random. What a troll. They had a huge secret, I think. Yeah, and there's like several different directions that you can approach the room from. There's like 4 puzzles, like a couple unique Pokemon outside of the. I like how in the world of Pokemon, people are just allowed to go into archaeological sites and just start touching things. Oh yeah, you can totally go mess with the inscriptions. Stuff. Extra funny when it's like a youngster with like a rat that you think you're tough. You think you can stand up against me and my rat? My rat army? Yo, my bad. It's got a rat and a bat. What a champ. Not gonna metagame, he's just gonna use whatever he likes. I don't remember if Nidoran is one. Or sorry, ground. No, it's not. Okay, let's take ground typing. It's a relief. Some of these phone numbers are kind of useful to collect if you're trying to fill out the Pokedex. Because a few of these trainers will call you when there's like an outbreak of Pokemon. Like for example, in one of the later routes, and encounter Yanma, and it's a pretty low encounter rate. Most of the time, like it's abysmally low. But if there's an outbreak, you go check out the route. After they call you, it becomes real. Like it's a massive encounter rate. I like how Lear's laser beam, or it looks laser beam. It just shoots beams out of its eyes. Okay. Great ball. Chris got such a dumb face. In one of the Dragon Quest games, maybe not one, not just one, but I remember playing the one on DS. It was Dragon Quest 9. There's an enemy you can encounter, and its name is Wooper Trooper. Okay, back to the... Why? I'm not entirely sure which direction. Only 1 million Pokédollars. Frito Friday. I doubt poison type moves that good. I think calling her Frida is kind of a cop-out. You could do what Grand Blue Fan have a character named Friday. Yes. Out. Yeah, fun fact. Your mom can save some of the money that you earn, but she uses it to buy you items after you have enough money. Um, it's a nice feature because it's, well, I don't know about nice, but it's a fun feature because after you earn like certain amounts of money, you'll buy decorations for your room. And what was really cool, if you had Pokemon Stadium 2, you could visit your room, all the decorations. Did you see how fast that guy turned? I have to wonder though, what the thought process was. Pokemon, not in terms of like their appearance or anything, but in terms of how they decided the types. Because in Gen 1, they kind of went crazy with having different types on a lot of the Pokemon. And I think they make sense. I don't think there's really an issue with except more so balancing. The decisions are just awful. Like the majority of the rock type Pokemon are dual typed, but they're rock and ground. So They just have 4 times weakness against some of the most common moves in the entire game. It's not even to just one type. Like Rock and Ground gets you 4 times weak water and grass. And a lot of the grass type Pokemon are, well, for whatever reason they couldn't give them mono-typed grass. They had to be like grass and poison. That's part of what contributes to Psychic being such an overpowered type in Gen 1. A lot of the Pokemon had a secondary poison typing. Then for playthrough, it was just good in general, since most of the Rocket Grunts have poison type Pokemon. A lot of those, like, well, like for Onix, for example, Onix has an incredibly high defensive stat. So, yes, honestly, it's one of like the highest. I think it's like base 150. That it's enormous. So, obviously, there was like some intent there to have it be like a tank of sorts, but it's a huge oversight. Such a bad typing. The spooky music. I collecting. He looks so unhinged. Oh yeah, that was a feature that they added with this. There's events that only happen on specific days. That's not the right item. So, I mean, we already saw one example of it. They had Frida. Yeah, so there's NPCs like Frida who give you items on specific days. And then there's certain encounters that you can have. Like if I had Surf, I could go further into the cave, encounter a Lapras, I kind of wish I had Surf right now, because Lapras would be super for a playthrough. But unfortunately, that's kind of for. Wise Ward. Light, a cave is Starion. Strong Pokemon aren't scared. That's interesting. For telling me what route I'm on. Hiker. So the idea behind the naming convention of Machop, Machoke, and Machamp is that they're macho, right? It's creamy. Slowpoke's yawn and a drought for 100 years. They don't have to dance to use fun. Oh, geez. In newer games, you can store like 30 Pokemon per box. I forgot it was like it was only like 20. Oh, I forgot to check what item Mom bought. Based. How's it? I wonder if she got it at a discount. Like, I wonder how much money is subtracted from your total after you get that super potion. How much it costs in the shop. Purple. I think you can get one of these for free. Don't remember what I came. I lied. Oh. And then deposit some. Hurts my feet. Barb. Honest, probably don't want the apricorn pocket. Stay in. Like how everyone's concerned about the lack of slowpokes roaming around, but no one's bothered to check up on them in the well. Talk to Kurt. If I'll Team Rocket, don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you anyway. Give them a lesson in pain. And then he just runs off. That's all it took, was some old guy yelling. He doesn't know anything about me. Like, he runs in here shouting, falls down the steps, and then just tells a random kid to go in and fight them for him. Weird that Tailwhip hasn't landed one entire plate. Why? I was worried it was gonna come up short and I was gonna take extra damage. Let's go. Yeah, they grow back, so let's chop them off. It's still failing. What is going on? They kind of had no chill in these older games. Like, yeah, early on, let's just introduce a plotline where a bunch of thugs are going into this little cave, and they're just rounding up the wildlife and fucking off their bits so that they can sell them at exorbitantly high prices. Kind of messed up part is that I think they actually are managing to sell them. Like, one was offered to me for like a million. And obviously can't afford that, but if they weren't making money, they wouldn't be down here in the cave. So sad. I forgot about that. Oh my god, they just kidnapped somebody's slowpoke. Okay. The face is copying me. Just me, or was that animation excessively? My back's better. How convenient. That's good. I think there's only like a couple of balls that he actually... I guess some of them are bugged correctly. like there's a ball that exists that is designed to have a higher catch rate or higher multiplier or whatever. If the Pokemon you're using on has a high rate of and so intention was for those to be on like Rio, but unfortunately it doesn't actually work on them. It just has the same odds as a regular Pokeball because of some mistakes that. Want to be tough without my advice. Like fire? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Fight back, please. Oh, Glair's pretty nasty. Guaranteed paralysis. The range on this guy. Capture Owl, send out. Nice. Grown up Pokemon. That's not even evolved. Berg. It only knows Scratch? So yeah, that's he mentioned that bug Pokemon grow faster. Supposed to be one of their advantages is they'll their final evolutionary form faster than other Pokemon. But to offset that, their base stats are pretty low in comparison to other Pokemon. Why I didn't bother catching or Caterpie, because they fall off pretty quickly. Yeah, I think it only knows Harden. Catch a wild Kakuna or Metapod, it will only know Harden. In order for it to have any other move, you have to have evolved it from a Caterpie or a Weedle. So yeah, I wasn't there and just yeah, that's kind of menacing. But yeah, no, I wasn't gonna sit there and just try to chip away at it using. Wait, is it gonna build up every single hit? Bye. That is true though. They are pretty cute. I'm not trying to talk down on Pokemon just for having bad stats. It kind of is. For a good chunk of the game, it's kind of outrageous. They made a new version of the move, the latest generation, called Rage Fist. And it functions pretty much the same. Except I don't think you have to have used it to start building up its power. I think it goes up by 50 power each time. In comparison, Rage starts off at like 20. I think it goes up by like 20 each time or something like that. So for like early in the game, it's pretty overpowered. But Rage Fist going up by 50 time is kind of astronomical. So what's kind of scary about Fury Cutter is that it functions similar to Rage. I might be throwing actually. Each time it hits, the power goes up by a good margin. I might be dead. So the game's over. I was thinking. I don't have any revives. But yeah, Fairy Cutter like doubles in power each time it's used. No, the issue was that I wasn't using Fade. I won't make that mistake twice. Okay, we're good. We're in the clear. Free now. Hi. Nice job. That's really ice check. Yeah, see, I just made a mistake. Okay. Level. Don't miss it, get stronger. Still can't believe it got swept by Fury. Quit lying. Ghastly. Why? Growling at me. That's the part about Razor Leaf is that it has a high crit rate. Probably. Great in. Stop. Stop it. Please wake up. Stop intimidating me. Growls. I was gonna be so mad if I woke up and then I missed. I was switching to Razor, but I also started attacking -5 or so attack. Paralyzed? Let's go! Oh, it's not over. I was about to celebrate. I'm like, wow, that was a really annoying fight. It's not over. Yes! I was afraid he was gonna troll me and hit me with listen, you. Like flaming a Pokemon. He's gonna wipe out the weak. Gonna get rid of everybody. He loses, calls me weak and leave. Nice. Okay, I think that's a good stopping point for now. Alright. Hope you guys had fun. Come into the stream. Now. Alright, don't starve. Later, guys.